Cracktros rule. Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play. This time around, it is King's Quest II, Romancing the Throne. This isn't the first time I've played a King's Quest game. I played the fifth one on NES a couple of years ago, at the time of this recording. And now I'm playing the second game. And while there are versions of this game for IBM compatibles, which is basically DOS, as well as for Tandy computers, which is what I grew up with. There are also some for Macintosh, the Apple II GS, the Amiga, the PC Junior, and the Atari ST. Also, we see the credits for all 2 seconds. And we're going to see the story now, because that's a thing. Sir Graham is now King of Daventry. Under his wise rule, Daventry is prosperous. He is loved by his people. Unfortunately, there is a problem. King Graham needs a queen for companionship and to provide an heir to the throne. He has searched high and low for the right maiden, but he remains alone. An idea comes to him. He goes to the magic mirror and looks into its depths. He sees a vision of a quartz tower. To reach it, he must pass through a magic door in the nearby land of Kolyma. The scene then changes to show a beautiful girl locked within the tower. Graham now knows what to do. Bravely, he sets off to find the land of Kolyma and the beautiful maiden. King Graham goes back to the throne, takes off the crown, puts on the adventurer's hat, and there we go. We're off. And now we need to turn to Discover and press Return, which means I need to side B, Disc 1, Return. Okay, I have to press it twice. Forgot about that. But anyway, we now draw the scene. And there we go. We are now on the island of Kolyma. And we use the controls, the arrow keys to move around. Pressing it once lets you go in that direction. Pressing it again stops. You can type things in with the keyboard. And on Apple II, you have the hold control and backspace to backspace. And by typing in look, we see nothing special. This is before the days of point and click, where you had to type in commands on a text parser. This game is from the 1980s, after all. We might as well go ahead and take a look around. If we go to the west, we will be in nothing but ocean. And if we keep swimming in that direction, I believe Graham dies from exhaustion from swimming too long, or he dies at the hands of a shark, but I believe I'm getting that confused with the fourth game. Nevertheless, don't do it, you'll die. And we start off in the lower left corner or the southwest corner of the map, according to the map that I have on my laptop monitor here. If we go to the east from here, we will see this little lovely meadow with flowers and trees and a fence nearby. I believe if you wait around long enough, though, somebody shows up. Maybe. For now, though, I do want to go further to the east, because there is a house. And inside is a mailbox and a front door. Get used to the game being drawn like it is, because that's pretty much how games were back in the day, computer games at least. Open mailbox, and we gained a point from doing that. Lo and behold, when you open the mailbox, you see a basket of goodies. Press return. Kebasket. Take the basket, you get 2 points. Now, I believe if you press tab, you will see how many points you have, as well as what you are carrying. So right now we have 1 point from opening the mailbox, 2 from taking the basket of goodies, and we have the basket of goodies itself. Press tab to return to the game. We will do that. And the Apple II version is a little bit slow sometimes, depending on what you're doing. Let's go ahead and open the door. Don't get any points from that, but we do go in. And after this place is fully drawn, I do like that it does this. There is an old woman. Talk, old woman. No. That's why I wanted to press Control and Backspace. Hold Control and press Backspace, because if you just press Backspace, in this version, Graham just moves to the left. Grandma is very weak. Her voice wavers as she says, "Good day, kind sir. I would like to offer you a cup of tea, but as you can see, I am ailing." Well, we need to make her better before she can do anything for us. And we can't really do anything else in the house as far as I know. So we will have to leave. I do want to go back to the west one screen and see if something happens, because it may be this screen, it may be the one to the east of the house, where if you wait around long enough, you will see somebody. There she is. What is this? It appears you have run the Little Red Riding Hood. She looks a little troubled. Talk, girl. Tearfully, Little Red Riding Hood explains that someone stole her basket of goodies while she was picking a bouquet of flowers. Could you please help her find it? Basket. Oh, you must specify who you wish to give it to. By the way, as long as you keep pressing return, you'll be able to go through the dialogue. To girl. Gratefully, Little Red Riding Hood accepts the basket of goodies. In return, she gives you her bouquet of flowers. You gain 4 points. And Little Red Riding Hood skips around. And I believe she skips off screen? Nah, she just stays there until you leave. So anyway, let's go ahead and go further to the east here. And we do want to be careful as we make our way to the east. Nothing's really going to happen at that house, but, well, outside of it anyway, but you never know. Sometimes, especially when you're playing a game like this for the first time, where there's a ton of trial and error. This game is pretty short, but it feels longer than it should be due to trial and error. And please enter disk 2 front and press return. So 2A, press it once. There we go. There's really nothing on that screen in particular that we just left, but there is a church in this area. Can we look at the church? This is an old monastery. The monks living here often help travelers in need. Don't worry about the trees, they are not about to leave. If you type things in, such as look at the tree, for example, sometimes you'll get some rather slightly humorous dialogue. I should mention that. And if we go further to the east, we will be at the door of the monastery. What happens if I just press look? Okay, I could have just pressed look, or rather typed in the word look, and it would have done that. So we need to go up to the door, type in open door, and we go in. Oh, I actually couldn't move until that was done. Huh. I forgot all about that. But we are now inside of a monastery. Or a church, if you want to call it that. I'm just going to call it a monastery because the game calls it a monastery. And there is a monk preaching at the front of the building. Can we talk to him? You speak to the praying monk, but he does not respond. He seems deep in worship. Well, if we can't talk to him, well, let's see what happens if we pray. No, I guess I could do that. You kneel at the altar. Bowing your head, you pray. You gain 2 points. The plump monk lifts his head from prayer and seems to notice you for the first time. He stands and asks your name. I couldn't type anything immediately because I got that beep saying, hey, press enter. Let's press enter or return again because that's what it was on the Apple II. And type in Graham because that's our name. The kindly monk explains that he has heard of you and your quest. I don't know how, but somehow he does. Here is my cross. It will protect you from evil, he says. He removes a chain with a silver cross from around his neck and gives it to you. The monk then resumes his prayers. You gain 2 points. So we have the cross now, and the monk goes back to praying. Wear cross. You place the silver cross and chain around your neck and wear it as a necklace. You gain 2 points. Want to make sure you do that as soon as you get the cross, because those 2 points are rather easy to miss. Press return, and we are now able to leave the monastery. I'm going to drink some tea. So you kind of know how this goes. Interact with stuff by typing in commands, very simple ones. 1 or 2 word commands like, say, search bush. Okay, it doesn't understand search. Look bush. There are not many bushes or shrubs here. You walk with the control pad. Tap once to go in that direction. Tap again to stop. If you use a control pad... Oh, no. Press escape to continue this game. I may be thinking the DOS version, but... It is possible to use the number pad to control Graham diagonally, though I don't necessarily want to do that. And we don't necessarily want to be over here because there is a big pit over here, and if we go into it, we will die. So we do not want to do that. So, now that we are done with this little area, is it possible to... Oh, a beautiful fairy floats down from the sky. I'm not sure if I want the fairy to actually be there. I'm just going to run away from it for now. The fairy may come back, but basically what the fairy does is... sprinkle a little protective spell on Graham, so in case anybody tries to grab him, a terrible fate will not befall Graham. And good, that's exactly what I wanted. Okay. 2B. press it once. Please don't kill me. I'm going to hold return here. Oh, good. Stop me there. Good. I did not want to fall into that. That is the bridge. We need to be careful. Oh boy, 2A. We need to go to 2A. Yeah, 2A is the front, 2A is the back. And I believe I'm going to have to go between the sides of the discs frequently just to show off this one area. But that's something you got to do in this game. There are multiple discs for this game. At least the Apple II version. Really? I got caught on the rock. Yeah, you got to be mindful of what is around every screen. That way you don't get caught on a rock like I did. And change your discs again. Ah, the hazards of graphic adventures from the 1980s on computers that were probably very expensive. Well, actually they were very expensive. And not many people could afford one. Then again, what are you going to do? But as I was saying, we need to cross this bridge and we need to be very careful about how we do it. Here's the thing. Whenever you cross this bridge, you get a point. Now, by playing other versions of the game, you don't know that you get this point right away. But in the Apple II version, the regular Apple II version, not the GS version, I've never played that and I don't know if it does it, but you do. You gained 1 point. The Apple II version, the original Apple II version, is kind enough to tell you this. And this is north of that space east of the monastery. I'm getting my directions confused again. We need to go north here. And we need to go to this door. If we go east from here, we'll be on the lower right corner of the screen, and we will be dangerously close to a pit, which is the same pit we've been seeing this whole time, and I do not want to do that. So, let's look at the door. Why not? This is a magical door. If you can open it, the door will lead to your heart's desire. There's an inscription on the door. Let's read the inscription. And the inscription reads, "Whosoever chooses to seek the key for this door will undoubtedly make a splash." So we're going to have to go back to this door. Well, we could try to open the door, but I don't think it's going to do anything. The door is locked. You cannot open it no matter how hard you try. So we need to find the key. And to do that, we got to cross the bridge again. Now here's the thing about this bridge. Whenever you cross it, you get a point. Really nice source of points, right? Well, yes and no. You don't want to be too greedy either, because you can only cross this bridge 7 times. If you cross it more than 7 times, the bridge will collapse, it will fall down on you, you will fall in the pit, you will die, and you will have made the game unwinnable. And you will have to start a new game and redo all the progress that you have just done up to that point. So we've already crossed the bridge 2 times. You want to be careful on this bridge because you could just skylark around and accidentally grab a point and use one of your crossings, and therefore make the game unwinnable right then and there. We're not going to dilly-dally on that bridge. We're also going to turn the disc over and press return again. And I want to be very careful on this screen because somebody I might not want near me will pop up. And if that happens, I want to make a quick getaway. And I'm also going to keep these videos at 20 minutes, though I do want to go into this area before I call it a video. There is a door. Control watercress. Oh no, there's the dwarf. But at least he's not here. You have come across a quick little dwarf. Dwarfs have a bad reputation for stealing treasure. I was going to look at the door, or just look. I hope he doesn't come after me. Look door? The door in the tree is closed at the moment. Look tree? What is this? There's a little door built into the trunk of a large tree. Let's open the door. And go in while we can. There we go. Wait for this thing to load. I love how this thing just draws itself before you go in. You just kind of see the thing just come to life. And by walking into this ladder, you can climb down with the control pad. You can also use left and right to kind of sidle along the ladder. And while you could drop down, I'd rather just use the ladder so that way I don't risk killing myself, because it is rather easy to die in this game. And by going down this ladder, we will go to the east here, to this room of the dwarf's house. If he shows up... Okay, wow, yeah, if you see the dwarf, if you get that little message saying, you have stumbled across the dwarf's house, and the dwarf is not happy with you being here, just run back to the screen to the west, go back in, keep doing this until you no longer get the message. It is rather random whether or not he shows up. But there will be a chance that he will not be there. Like so. Even though we just ran away from him for all of one screen. Because 80s computer game logic, that's why. First of all, we're going to open the chest. And the chest opens just like that. You look inside and notice earrings. Take earrings. You reach into the trunk and get it. You gain 7 points. Can we close the trunk? Well, we don't get points for it, but it's still pretty nice. Look, hats. The stocking hats of the dwarf are sitting on the table. We can't really take those, I don't think. Those hats wouldn't fit you. Well, we can do this. Look, pot. You could see it better if you had it. Take pot. You grab the wooden handle of the bubbling pot of chicken soup. You take the pot with you. You gain 2 points. We could use that to help Grandma feel better. As a matter of fact, that is what we are going to do. So, let us go over here. Let us look at our inventory. We got the bouquet of flowers, we got the earrings, we got the chicken soup, and we got the cross. We now have 24 points out of a possible 85. And we will grab more things. And we will do all that and get more points in the next video. Join me next time where we explore more of Kolyma. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!